Hello, everyone. Welcome to a wonderful new week. Hope you're enjoying your 3-day weekend, as your teachers are going to be at school on Monday and we don't get a 3-day weekend. We're quite jealous you get that. You have your wonderful pre-AP teachers, Coach Groves.
And Miss Green.
And we're here to talk to you about proportional situations with tables today. Proportional situations may get a little confusing at first, so bear with us, take the notes, it'll all get explained, okay? Our learning target today will be, we will be able to represent proportional situations by using a table. So let's first talk about, first off, what is a proportional relationship? Let me use this blank one here. What is a proportional relationship? Do we have an idea? Proportional, I know you guys have done proportions in the past. Proportions are always two ratios set up that are equal to each other, right, Ms. Green?
Right.
So a proportional relationship is a relationship between two quantities that have equivalent ratios. Equivalent means equal, represented by y equals kx, where k is called the constant of proportionality, or it's also seen as k equals yx. That's just two ways that you can see this. Make sure you write this down just so you have that definition. We're going to talk a little bit about this, and then we're going to talk about it tomorrow as well.
A lot tomorrow.
A lot tomorrow. So it's basically a relationship between two things that have the same ratio. Let's know that. Know that you have to write down y equals kx. K is your constant of proportionality. K can be found by doing k equals y divided by x. So let's look at a table. If we have a table here, this is a table. We've got 1, 3, 2, 6, 6, 18, and it goes on. We're going to look at it. What's the relationship between 1 and 3?
What did you do to 1 to get to 3?
I multiplied that by 3.
Right.
What did I do to 2 to get to 6?
Multiplied by 3.
6 to 18?
Same thing.
12 to 36?
And if you notice, it goes on all the way. But also, notice how we didn't continue with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We missed those in there. Also, there's something really important that we need to talk about.
What we need to talk about is 0. In a proportional relationship, that 0 is actually going to be 0 no matter what, because it's proportional.
So on any table, if you ever see a table, you need to make sure that you always go in there and fill in your 0. That way you know whether or not it's a proportional relationship.
And if you see a 0, 0, it's automatically proportional, as long as every single one of these follows the same rule. So to write that as an equation, we have to do our constant of proportionality times x. You're going to plug in one of these numbers for x, so 3 times 1 should be 3. 3 times 2 should be 6. So all you're going to do is plug in your x and you'll receive your y when you put the correct constant of proportionality in.
And just remember, constant means it's not going to change. Times 3, times 3, times 3. So it's not changing.
Yes.
And
so,
then, of course, the other way
to find that is if we were looking for our constant, we did y divided by x. 3 divided by 1 was 3.
Right.
So that's how I found my constant was 3.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, let's look at a problem. Megan earned $12 an hour at her part-time job. Show the relationship between the amount she earned and the number of hours she worked is a proportional relationship. Then write an equation. Okay, so let's start by creating a table. I'm going to put the number of hours she works on top. So hours over, what do you think that dependent is?
The money she makes.
The money she makes.
And also, your x is always going to be your independent variable. So how many hours she works, that's how much money so the money that she's going to get depends on how many hours she gets. So that's how you know that money is dependent. Y will always be your dependent variable, and then your hours, which is your x, will always be your independent.
So independent.
And just write DP.
And
DP.
Dependent.
There you go.
Now, if she works 0 hours, how much money is she going to make?
Well, if she doesn't work anything, she's not going to get anything.
She's going to make 0 money. How about if she works 1 hour?
Well, she gets $12 an hour, so she's going to make $12.
How about 2 hours?
24.
24. And 3 hours?
36.
36. So that's our table. That was pretty easy to come up
So
with.
technically, if she wanted to know how much money she would make if she worked 40 hours right here, we would throw in the 40. And well, what's our pattern? We're multiplying by what? We're multiplying by 12 all the way, so she would just multiply 40 by 12.
Which would be?
I don't know. Go to the side and work it out real quick.
40 times 12, 0, 8, 0, 0, 4. So $480.
So she would make $480. So just know that this money is dependent on how much money and how many hours she works.
So if I had x here, that means I would have to multiply x by 12.
Right.
So that means my y equals my kx. What did we just discover k is?
K is 12.
So y equals 12x.
Right, so if you want to write that down somewhere and just say k is going to be the number that you multiply your x by, that might help. I don't know.
Remember how we just said too, k equals y divided by x, which means I can do 12 divided by 1 equals k. Look at that, k equals 12.
Very good.
We're going to continue to talk about this tomorrow or today in class or tomorrow in class, whenever you watch
The bell rang,
this.
we gotta go.
The bell rang, we gotta go. We'll see you later. Have fun. We're going to do this more. We're going to do graphs, equations, tables, everything. It's going to be fun.
Make sure you have all this written down before you leave. Before I get in trouble.
We can't yet. Oh.
Here you go. Love you guys.
Bye, guys.